Why do women play games? You've probably experienced it before. One moment a woman's got the hots for you, the next moment she treats you coldly. Or yesterday she told you she'd go out with you, and then an hour before the date she tells you she can't make it. Or in the middle of your conversation she suddenly asks you, "You're a player, aren't you?" Crazy, right? So why do women play games with us? Why do they make things so hard? Why can't they just be upfront and honest with us just like we are to them? Well, you're about to find out why. Here's the thing. This game the ladies play with us, it's like a secret language that only women know about. For simplicity's sake, let's call it the game, and it's always on. The game has been around for millennia. Women have played it on men ever since. And the game will always be around long after you and I are gone. And that's what's dangerous about the game. If you never figure out what it's all about, then you will fail with women for most of your life. Why? It's because, like any game, the game is meant to be won. Men who win the game get the hottest women and lead the best relationships of all. Those who lose the game are lucky to get any women at all in their lives. That's the reality, but you're in luck. This video will teach you what the game is really about. And that's not all, you'll also learn how to win the game. All that and more is coming up right after you click the like button below. Go ahead, take a moment to give this video a like. After you do, I'll tell you all about the game and why most men lose it and why you won't. Sounds good? Then click like right now so we can get started. Go ahead. Done? Great. Here we go. Let me tell you all about the game. My friend and mentor, Derek Rake, was the one who opened my eyes to the game. In case his name sounds familiar, it's because Derek is a popular dating coach from San Diego. He's pretty much the only coach in the world who advocates mind control instead of pickup artist tricks. Anyway, that's another story. For now, here's what Derek told me about the game. As it turns out, the game is the ladies' time-tested, foolproof way of testing the men they meet. Depending on how a man responds to the game, women can instantly tell whether he's strong and dominant or weak and needy. Here's how the game works. First, a woman puts you to the test by playing a mind game on you. She might play hot and cold, or she might play hard to get. She might decide to send you mixed signals, or she might even tease you, belittle you, or insult you. Then she checks to see how you respond to her tests. If you get frustrated, or angry, or emotional, or compliant, then you lose the game. You've shown her that you're not strong and dominant, and instead, you're weak and needy, and therefore a big turnoff. On the other hand, if you react with confidence, or better yet, if you flip the game back onto her, then you win. You've shown her that you are strong and dominant, and that you're a guy worth pursuing. In short, get emotional, or frustrated, or compliant, then you lose. Don't get phased at all, and instead respond with confidence and social savvy, then you win. That's it. That's the game, and that's how it's played. Mind-blowing, huh? Now here's the thing. Women will play the game on you only if they like you. If they didn't like you, they wouldn't make the effort to test you in the first place. And that's why it's a mistake to only pursue women who don't play games with you. If she's not playing the game on you, it means she's not attracted to you enough. Your goal, then, is twofold. First, you got to take note of the women who do play the game on you. These are the ladies who like you enough to want to make sure you're the real deal and you're not just faking it. And secondly, you got to know how to win the game easily, effortlessly, and repeatedly. So how do you do that? Here's the good news. I'm about to teach you a mind control technique that lets you achieve both goals in one smooth motion. I call this technique the cheat code as a cheeky way to win the game. If you'd like to learn how it works, then do take a moment to click subscribe down below. After you subscribe to this channel, I'll tell you all about the cheat code. With it, you'll never be bothered by the games women play on you. And instead, you'll look forward to them. You know that after you use the cheat code, women will fall head over heels for you. Does that sound good to you? If it does, then click subscribe right now. I'll tell you the secret cheat code right after you do. Have you subscribed? Awesome. So here's how the cheat code works. The key is to master a certain way of interacting with a woman. To be specific, you need to be good at giving her emotional highs and emotional lows. Now, an emotional high is a feeling of happiness, excitement, and fantasizing. And you give her one by talking about shared interests, or asking her about deep, revealing questions, or even telling her to imagine pleasant scenarios and situations. You get the idea. Meanwhile, an emotional low is a feeling of sadness, pain, or frustration. And you give her one by talking about her problems, or giving a sad ending to a happy story you're telling, or even making her imagine sad or disturbing scenarios and situations. You get the picture, right? The key is this. You must alternate between giving her emotional highs and lows during your interaction. And as you go along, the emotional highs you give her should get her higher and higher and higher. Think of it as a kind of emotional roller coaster, and that should be your default setting when talking to women you're attracted to. Now, why is this a cheat code against the game? 2 reasons. First, this roller coaster you put a woman on is actually a mind control technique. These frequent trips between highs and lows have an addiction-building effect on women. It makes a woman feel more and more addicted to the source of the emotional roller coaster, namely you. And the more addicted she feels towards you, the less likely she'll play the game on you. Why? It's because she knows if she did play the game on you, she might offend or lose you, and she's too emotionally addicted to you to risk that. In other words, the cheat code prevents the game from happening in the first place. That's the first way it helps you. Here's the second way the cheat code helps you. If she does play her mind games on you, the cheat code makes them easy to deal with. For instance, let's say you're telling her a story, and suddenly she butts in with an insult like, "I've heard this story before, you're boring." In other words, she's testing you. However, you don't get angry or offended. Instead, you continue taking her on a roller coaster ride. You say, "Anyway, as I was saying," and you tell the rest of your story. When you do that, you look strong and dominant. Her insults don't faze you, and so you just won the game. See how powerful the cheat code is? Now here's the good news. The cheat code isn't just good at winning against women's mind games. Remember the roller coastering technique? It actually has a proper name in psychological circles. Its name is fractionation. Remember Derek Rake, my mentor, who's also the only mind control dating coach in the world? He calls fractionation the most powerful mind control technique in the world, and he's not kidding. When you master fractionation, you'll be a master of making any woman feel addicted to you. It's that powerful. So what's the catch, you ask? Just this. Fractionation is a complex skill to learn. As in, it takes a true master to properly teach it to you. And yet, luckily enough, you have that master right here. My mentor, Derek Rake, has a special online masterclass on mind control. In it, he teaches you every little detail about fractionation. You'll learn what it is, how it works, and how you, too, can use it in your everyday interactions with women. And now, that online masterclass is available to you. In just a moment, a link will come up inside this video. When you see it, click on it and sign right up. Derek himself will send you your invite ticket as soon as you qualify for the masterclass. So click on the link like your life depended on it. After all, your life really does depend on it. Remember, if you can't win the game, then you'll be unsuccessful with women for most of your life. Do you really want to trap yourself like that? No, right? So do yourself a favor. Sign up for the masterclass now. Do it. Click on the link right now.